Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're all doing well today. I've got a Heller's Lager to review for you. Very excited about this one. This is from one of my favourite German brewers. It's Ayinger from Ayinger in Bavaria, just outside Munich. And this is their Lager Hell, coming in at 4.9% ABV. There is the classic Ayinger artwork. I don't actually know what that artwork is meant to be or what it's an illustration of. I'd like to think maybe it's the brewery or a significant part of the Ayinger region. And I love the bottle caps you get with Ayinger because it looks hand painted, but it's an exact copy of that. But it makes a lovely bottle cap. So yeah, 4.9% Heller's Lager, water, barley, malt and hops. That's what we want in it. So there you go. Great beers. Ayinger's Weizens are superb. They're Doppelbock, superb. I had their Maibock at the recent Great British Beer Festival, which was also stunning. Yeah, top brewery. I've never had this one though. I've never had this one. And a lager for me is usually the barometer that I use anyway to determine whether a brewery's any good or not. And let's be honest, most German Heller's lagers are superb, and I'm not expecting any different from these guys. So yeah, let's quit waffling. Let's get this beer out of the bottle into a glass. I've got a new bottle opener. Any fans of the Avengers might recognise that bad boy. Cheers, John. And it works very well. Pops a cap. It didn't even bend it. Well on Thanos. Let's get a Stein. I've got a Hofmeister Stein. Let's get the beer in there. Bish bash bosh. Get it all in. Aggressive pour on the end. Oh, look at that. Put that there so we can see it properly. Give me a glass a bang. Apparently there was a bit of grease on the inside, but there you go. So here is this Heller's Lager from Ayinger. Good levels of carbonation. You can see the bubbles rising up on that one. There is a slight haze to that. That is not exactly crystal clear. I recently reviewed the Spaten Heller's. That was gold crystal clear in comparison to this. This has got a little bit of a haze to it. It is hanging on to a 2-finger foamy, slightly spacious looking white head. Let's get me snouting and see what the aroma is telling us. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Bready malts coming out of me. Sweet bready malts, honeyed white bread. A slight kind of baked fresh bread aroma. That's glorious. Touch of citrus. Honeyed lemon. Slightly floral. It tastes. I can almost taste the aroma. You know what it's going to taste like. All good German Heller's lagers have that same thing going on. I think it was the monks, the Belgian monks, that originally said that beer should taste like liquid bread. And this is what German Heller's lagers for me always smell like, liquid bread. Anyway, let's get stuck in, shall we? Cheers. Oh, so good. That is so good. What are we in now? August? Early August? Not long to Oktoberfest season. September, October. All the good Oktoberfest beers come out. Funnily enough, Ayinger, because they're not actually based in Munich, they're not allowed to participate in Oktoberfest stuff in Munich. But I've heard they do their own beer festivals and that around the sort of the countryside around Munich. So fair play to them because it's a travesty, really. But this is glorious, absolutely glorious. So it's got that citrus, very slightly crisp, refreshing citrus bite that you want from a lager. It quenches the thirst straight away. But then in the middle, there's this glorious bready malt, honeyed white bread, sort of white toasted bread with honey on it, bit of butter. And then the back end there is the slightest bit of sort of, it's like a citrus bitterness, but it's only subtle. Try to get a bit more of it. It's always a touch of a herbal note, a touch of a spice to it at the back end rather than a bitterness, but it just balances itself out beautifully. What really is about German Helles lagers, I just love the mouthfeel to them as well. There's it's not watery, it's not thin, it's substantial. It really coats the palate. And that's added to that refreshment, that crisp citrus floral notes that you get that quenches the thirst straight away. But then that bready malt mid palate gives it a bit of depth. It gives it a bit of complexity. It's not just a one-dimensional lager. It's an exceptional lager. It's one of the best I've ever tasted. And I knew it was going to be. And I feel like I've had it before, but I know I haven't. Because it's just another top quality German Helles. And it's going down in no time at all, which makes it very dangerous. At 4.9%. It's sessionable. I mean, what's sessionable these days? What would you guys describe as sessionable? For me, I guess 4.5 down, I suppose, would be a sessionable ABV. But then other people would say that 5% down is sessionable. I'm not sure. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about that. But a 4.9, yeah, it's kind of sessionable. I could probably do a few of these before I'd start feeling a little bit wankered. But there you go. And it's gone. And it's gone. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, and exactly what I needed after a day's graft. The weather's warming up again. We've still not had any proper rain down in the southeast of England. It looks like we're living in Egypt at the moment. It is brown gold everywhere you go. We haven't had rain for ages. The grass is dead. The only thing that are growing in the gardens are the hedges and the weeds. That's about it. But it's warm out there. It is crazy warm out there, and it's getting up to 30 plus degrees again this week. So I'm probably going to need a few more of these. I might have to pop down to the bottle shop and grab some more. That is an exceptional lager, and it's been polished off in no time whatsoever. Ayinger Lager Hell. Citrusy, refreshing, malty, that lovely bready traditional malt that you get. And there's a touch of spice, a touch of a herbal finish that balances it out. It's a stunner, and it's a 10 out of 10, and it was always going to be, I guess. Ayinger Lager Hell, please check this out. I picked it up in my local bottle shop in St Albans beer shop. I think I paid £2.80 for the bottle, which, when you consider you're paying £3 for some bang average craft lagers in supermarkets at the moment, that's pretty good going. That's an extraordinary beer. Again, they do know how to do a good lager, the Germans, give them that. It's a solid 10 out of 10. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I've certainly enjoyed doing it. Check that beer out. Give it a thumbs up. Do appreciate that. And until my next one, you take care.